Your teacher has explained that you will get in trouble if you plagiarize your paper, but you are unsure what plagiarism is. This video will go into detail about what is plagiarism, what is intellectual property, and how plagiarism relates to intellectual property. If you look up plagiarism in the American Heritage Dictionary, you find the following definition: to reproduce or otherwise use the words, ideas, or other work of another as one's own or without attribution. But what does this mean? When I read the definition, the first thing that comes to mind is copying and pasting a passage and failing to change the original author's words, or not giving the author credit for those words. Those are obvious examples of plagiarism, but the concept is much more complex. The definition also states that you can plagiarize ideas. What is an idea, and how can you plagiarize an idea? According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, an idea is a formulated thought or opinion. How can an idea be plagiarized? Think about it. Let's pretend you are part of a club. Your club wants to come up with ideas for a fundraiser. You think of a great idea and tell your friend all about it. At the next club meeting, your friend shares your idea with everyone else and takes all the credit. Your friend did not use the same words you did to describe the idea, but they still took your idea. How would that make you feel? This is why it is important to cite other people's ideas and not just change a few words that they used. There are three major citation styles: MLA, APA, and Chicago-Turabian. Your teacher will tell you which citation style they expect you to use for your paper in a particular course. All three of these citation styles have two important elements you need to avoid plagiarism. First, you need to include a citation in the body of your paper after you've finished writing about the other person's idea. This distinguishes your idea from theirs. Second, you need a list of all the works cited, quoted, paraphrased, or summarized at the end of your paper. This allows people to find the sources you used to write your paper. When writing your paper, you need to include both of these elements to avoid plagiarism. To learn the unique rules for each citation style, check out the citation style manuals. Whitaker Library keeps copies of the different citation manuals in the main floor computer lab. Whitaker Library also has an online resource called Noodle Tools that will help you create citations in MLA, APA, and Chicago-Turabian. Just like the articles you are citing belong to the authors who wrote them, the research paper you are writing belongs to you. You decide what information to include in your paper, and you share your interpretation of the sources used in your paper. This makes your work your intellectual property. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines intellectual property as property such as an idea, invention, or process that derives from the work of the mind or intellect. Your idea is your intellectual property. Your intellectual property has value, and that value is protected by intellectual property laws. In the United States, there are 4 different types of intellectual property laws: copyright, trademarks, patents, and trade secrets. If you plagiarize someone's work, then you steal their intellectual property. One question I get asked is, what is the difference between copyright and plagiarism? The difference is that use of copyrighted material is based on copyright law. Whereas plagiarism is not a law, but rather a type of cheating. It is possible to plagiarize something without violating copyright law. For example, Shakespeare wrote his plays over 400 years ago. His plays are not protected by copyright law. However, if you quote one of his plays without citing it, you have committed plagiarism. Universities often have what is called an academic integrity policy that defines what offenses the universities consider to be cheating and the consequences of cheating in the classroom. You can find the university's academic integrity policy in the academic catalog, located at catalog.chowan.edu under the academic policy section. Chowan University's academic integrity policy lists plagiarism as a type of cheating. The policy defines plagiarism as the presentation of work, for example, words, concepts, ideas, or graphics, of another as his or her own work without properly citing the source. Plagiarism occurs when you copy another person's work or ideas without giving them credit. Intellectual property means that your ideas are your property and ideas from other people are their property. If you plagiarize someone's work, then you violate their intellectual property.